What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. A lot of times we refer to Pookies and Ray Rays are problematic people in the black community as drug dealers, gang members, and robbers and crooks, but rarely do we refer to them as police officers or politicians. And in this case, I want to talk about this from that standpoint. There is a 29-year-old woman that was shot by her 29-year-old boyfriend over an argument about him being on child support from another woman. Now, this is not a gang member that shot her. This is not a cocaine dealer that shot her. This is a police officer. Okay? Mr. Pierre Tyler. Now, a little bit about him. This is a young black man who not only was an excellent police officer according to the chief. He had won over 60 awards in just a 5-year span, but he also served the United States military and did an excellent job there. But one of the things that he could not do is do an excellent job managing his penis. Now, I want to talk about, archetypes in the black community and who gets sex and who doesn't. Yes, drug dealers, rappers, women like them. They can like them, right, in the black community. But a lot of people don't want to talk about the fact that police officers get a lot of women. Police officers get a lot of sex. Right? A lot of women like police officers of any race because of the fact that they have some form of power and authority. The police are like a gang. They are a gang. This is the same reason why, women love people in the military. Guys in uniforms, right? Same thing. Women like that. So a lot of these guys who are police officers can just get chicks left and right because, hey, he's a cop. And if you're a young guy, young black man in a city like Chicago, your police officer is looked up as, be very well. Maybe you can't handle that. And we don't think of police officers being like a really high paying job, although you can make pretty good money. But the thing that guys don't understand is like how much sex comes behind being a cop. Those guys are screwing probably just like club promoters or athletes. They're getting numbers left and right. And the thing about it is that when you have that kind of false sense of security as a power grip in your mind, you probably feel like you can do anything. And here's a guy that's getting multiple women pregnant at one time. And so the girlfriend of his 9-month-old girl, Andris Wofford, found out that he had a pending child support case from another woman around the same age or around the same time her young 9-month-old child gave birth. And again, the reason why this lady is probably upset, okay, because he's probably telling her, you're the only one for me. I'm only in a relationship with you. The young woman probably doesn't understand that, hey, he's telling you this and, going to somebody else and it's a different story. Now, I think that maybe if he had been more open about it, like, hey, I want to date you and date somebody else, then it wouldn't be an issue. But because he lied about it, it assumes that, that's where he is now. So they're arguing about the woman. They're arguing, and gunshot sounds, please. Allegedly, he shoots her in the head. Okay? That's how he wants to deal with it. Now, there is no bail for you. And when you go to jail as an ex-cop, you're going to have a lot of problems in prison. Okay? Now you're a murderer. And it just goes to the same point of the guy I talked about in Baltimore who shot himself, shot the ex-girlfriend, shot the ex-wife. It's like, bro, what's the problem here? The problem is you. And we gotta call this out, because had you not have been getting people pregnant and getting yourself on child support because you can't control your sexual urges, you wouldn't be in this situation at all. You know, if you have a problematic baby mama, then let's go back and look at why you have one. Is she threatening to blackmail you? Is she threatening to tell you? And typically that happens. There are some black couples I've seen that have killed their baby mamas because they had somebody else and didn't want it to become out. You're always going to get caught, by the way. Number one, you're going to get caught. And it could have been in the heat of the moment type of thing, but whatever. You're going to get caught, you're going to jail. But why put yourself in a situation like that when you don't have to be? And people want to know why the manosphere is so important. No, the manosphere is not calling for people to go out and do stuff like this. The manosphere is teaching against this kind of stuff. Because what the manosphere is teaching young black men and black men in general is like, hey, you're a police officer. Women are going to be after you. It's going to be easier for you to get all the women now because of this uniform that you have on. You need to have some form of decency. Okay? Women are going to throw themselves at you, bro. You're a police officer. If they feel like you look good, they feel like you're in shape, they feel like, you know, you have a masculine presence. Okay. As much is given, much is required. You cannot be out here sleeping with these chicks on the street. Maybe he was dealing with them on his off time, but whatever. You are an officer of the law. You're going to be under more scrutiny than other people. You can't be an officer of the law and you're ending up in child support with all these different kids. It doesn't look good to be a Pookie and Ray Ray police officer. Okay? You need to elevate your life and live at a different standard because you represent the law. But we're not talking about stuff like this. And again, you have a young black man who, you know, made some decisions. That was bad. Now you're going to jail. All right? And also, a lot of police officers, I don't know how true it is, but they said, like, you know, it's just a lot of domestic violence that goes on with these things. And the reality is that a lot of black men are not really ready for the success. When you want to get into these jobs, police officers, you want to get into the entertainment industry, certain elements of being a pastor, a medical doctor. Medical doctor might be still lawyer. Women are going to throw themselves at you, bro. Women are going to want to deal with you. And they're going to make it very easy for you to deal with them. But you got to be able to understand that, hey, I've chosen this life. I've chosen this standard for myself. I cannot be doing the same things that other people can do I can't do that. I can't be getting chicks pregnant. I just can't. I can't have kids out of wedlock because of who I represent. I represent the law. Not only when I'm at work, when I'm not at work. Right? When you're an attorney, you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you don't represent the hospital when you're at work, out of work. When you're a pastor, you don't represent that work when you're just in the pulpit, out of the pulpit. Your life is under 24-hour scrutiny every time, and you have to be accountable for that because you chose that field. You chose that life, so you got to deal with it. You chose it, you chose it, you chose it. But a lot of guys want to just do part of it and do the other. You can't do that. With certain careers like that, you can't do it. If you want to be a rapper, okay. But an officer of the law? No. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. Check out the first link at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.